Ever wondered why pandas are black and white? These adorable creatures with their unique coloration certainly stand out in the animal kingdom. We're about to embark on a journey, exploring 10 fascinating aspects of panda life. Ready to dive into the world of pandas? Brace yourself for the countdown. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, let's explore the panda's unique black and white fur. The panda's iconic black and white fur isn't just for show. Scientists have proposed several theories as to why these creatures sport such a distinct color pattern. One of the most popular theories suggests that the black and white helps pandas regulate their body temperature. The black absorbs heat while the white reflects it, helping pandas stay comfortable in different weather conditions. Another theory proposes that the contrasting colors help pandas recognize each other in the wild, fostering a sense of community. It's also suggested that the white fur helps pandas blend in the snowy winter landscapes, while the dark patches mask them in the shadowy forest undergrowth. So, while pandas may not win any camouflage awards, their coloration is definitely practical. It's a beautiful example of how nature works in mysterious and wonderful ways. At number 9, did you know that pandas are actually carnivores? Yes, it's true, despite spending a staggering 99% of their diet munching on bamboo. This is a fascinating paradox that has left scientists scratching their heads. You see, pandas belong to the order Carnivora, which means they share the same lineage with animals like lions and wolves. And just like their carnivorous cousins, pandas have canine teeth. But here's the twist. Instead of using these sharp teeth to hunt and tear meat apart, pandas use them to rip through tough bamboo stems and leaves. They have adapted to a diet that is primarily vegetarian, eating up to 28 pounds of bamboo a day. This unique dietary choice is a testament to the panda's adaptability and resilience. It's a survival strategy that has allowed them to thrive in the bamboo forests of China. So, while they may have the teeth of a carnivore, pandas prefer a more vegetarian lifestyle. Coming in at number 8, let's talk about the size of these fascinating creatures. Pandas are a wonder when you consider their growth from birth to adulthood. Newborn pandas are about the size of a stick of butter, weighing in at a mere 3 to 5 ounces. Yes, you heard that right, the giant panda starts life being incredibly tiny. But don't be fooled by their small beginnings. As they grow, pandas can become as heavy as 300 pounds. That's about the size of an average adult human, times 4. Compared to other bears, pandas fall somewhere in the middle. They're not as large as a grizzly bear, which can weigh up to 800 pounds, but they're significantly larger than a sun bear, which typically weighs in at less than 150 pounds. So, while they might start off small, pandas certainly don't stay that way for long. At number 7, we tackle the question of how many pandas are left in the wild. It's a concern that's been on the minds of animal lovers and conservationists for a while now. As of the latest data, there are approximately 1,800 pandas living in the wild. It's a fragile number, especially considering the threats they face. Habitat loss and fragmentation are prime concerns. As forests get cleared for agriculture and urban development, pandas lose their homes and food sources. Poaching, too, is a dark cloud, though less prevalent today than in the past. But it's not all doom and gloom. Conservation efforts are making a difference. China, in particular, is leading the charge with over 60 panda reserves, which protect about 2/3 of the pandas in the wild. Internationally, breeding programs and zoological collaborations are helping to boost the numbers. Despite the challenges, efforts are underway to protect these beloved animals. Number 6 on our countdown dives into the unique reproduction habits of pandas. You might be surprised to learn that pandas, despite their adorable appearance, face a significant challenge when it comes to reproduction. The fertility window for pandas is incredibly short, often spanning just 2 to 3 days a year. Yes, you heard it right, a year. This brief window combined with a relatively low birth rate makes reproduction a real hurdle for these beautiful creatures. Usually, a mother panda gives birth to one cub every 2 years, and in rare cases, twins. But there's another twist. In the wild, if twins are born, the mother typically can only care for one, leaving the other to not survive. This is why every panda birth in zoos or in the wild is celebrated as a major event. It's a true testament to the resilience and strength of these creatures. While it's a tough road, every new panda born is a victory for the species. At number 5, we're back to the panda's favorite food, bamboo. Now you might be wondering, just how much bamboo does a panda eat? Well, it's a staggering 20 to 40 pounds a day. That's the equivalent of eating close to 600 apples daily. Quite a feat, isn't it? But why so much bamboo? It boils down to the nutritional value. Bamboo, although rich in fiber, is relatively low in nutrients. This means pandas have to munch on quite a lot to meet their dietary needs. They spend nearly 2/3 of their day eating, and the rest mostly sleeping to conserve energy. Interestingly, pandas have evolved to be efficient bamboo eaters. Their strong jaw muscles and specialized teeth can easily crush the toughest bamboo stalks, and their gut has bacteria that help break down the cellulose in bamboo. So while it may seem like a lot, all that bamboo is essential for a panda's diet. At number 4, did you know that pandas are surprisingly agile? Yes, despite their bulky appearance, these adorable creatures are no strangers to athleticism. Let's delve into their impressive climbing and swimming abilities. In the wild, pandas often take to trees. They're adept climbers, using their strong muscles and sharp claws to scale heights with ease. From a young age, young pandas hone this skill, climbing to escape predators or just for the sheer fun of it. It's a sight that's as fascinating as it is endearing. But it's not just the trees that beckon these fluffy adventurers. Pandas are also quite capable swimmers. They use this skill to cross rivers and lakes in their natural habitat. In fact, they seem to enjoy the water, often indulging in a leisurely swim or a playful splash. It's another testament to their versatility and adaptability. So don't be fooled by their size. Pandas are quite the acrobats. Coming in at number 3, let's talk about how pandas communicate. Now, you might be picturing pandas chattering away in some secret language, but their communication is a lot subtler and more fascinating. For instance, pandas use scent marking as a way to let other pandas know about their presence. Think of it as a perfumed business card left on trees, rocks, and even patches of grass. This scent-based messaging service tells other pandas important information about the marker's age, sex, and reproductive condition. But it's not all about smells. Pandas also communicate vocally. They have a range of calls, from honks and barks to bleats and roars, each with their own unique meaning. A short bark could be a warning, while a soft bleat might be a friendly hello. Who knew pandas were such social butterflies? Our number 2 spot takes a look at the lifespan of a panda. Now, pandas are quite interesting when it comes to their lifespan. You see, like many creatures, pandas live longer in captivity than they do in the wild. But what's the actual number? Well, in the wild, these adorable bamboo-munching creatures typically live up to 20 years. That's 2 decades of rolling around, climbing trees, and munching on their favorite food. Now, let's compare that to pandas in captivity. Thanks to consistent food supply, medical care, and absence of predators, pandas in captivity can live up to 30 years. That's like adding an entire decade to their lives. Some exceptional pandas have even lived into their 40s. But it's important to remember that while these numbers show a pretty stark difference, they don't necessarily mean that captivity is better. Pandas, like all animals, thrive best in their natural habitats. So, while they may live longer in captivity, pandas have a pretty good run in the wild too. And finally, at number 1, the panda's most unique feature, its thumb. Isn't that intriguing? The feature that sets this majestic creature apart from other bears is not really a thumb at all. It's a modified wrist bone that functions like a thumb, a biological wonder known as a pseudothumb. Now you may wonder, why would a panda need an extra thumb? Well, the answer lies in its favorite food, bamboo. This pseudothumb is a perfect tool for handling bamboo stalks, allowing pandas to grip and manipulate their food with dexterity and precision. Just imagine sitting down to a meal and having to strip the leaves off a bamboo stalk with just your regular bare paws. That would be quite a task, wouldn't it? But with this extra thumb, pandas can do it with ease. This evolutionary adaptation didn't happen overnight. Over millions of years, the panda's ancestors started developing this enlarged wrist bone as a response to their diet. You see, evolution has a way of equipping species with the tools they need to survive. And for pandas, the pseudo-thumb was the answer to their bamboo conundrum. But it's not just about eating. This pseudo-thumb also helps pandas in climbing trees and holding onto their cubs. It's a multi-purpose tool, if you will. Scientists have spent years studying this fascinating feature, and they've discovered that it's not just a simple bone. It even has a special pad of skin that provides extra grip, and muscles that allow it to move independently. It's almost like an extra finger, giving pandas a total of 6 digits on each paw. Isn't that amazing? A simple wrist bone, modified over millions of years, has become such an integral part of a panda's life. It's not just a thumb, it's a symbol of the incredible adaptability of nature. So there you have it, The most fascinating fact about pandas